Any new injuries off the game yesterday, or did you make it through pretty good?
Mike Ford got an injury that may keep him out a couple weeks. We're still doing more tests and stuff.
Was that a leg?
Yeah.
How close was Ronald Darby to playing yesterday?
The reason we activated him because there was still some question about Pat with his injury, and if Pat wasn't able to go, we would have activated him. Pat was able to go, so we didn't. In Darb's case, he only had a little bit of practice because the medical people had him on a pitch count last week, which we adhered to, and he didn't quite feel he was ready, grooved in. Okay, so we were hoping we didn't have to play him, but knew we'd bring him up this week, so we had the spot, and we did it for that reason.
So will he play this week?
Hopefully, yes.
Vic, when you went back and looked at the final 4 plays inside the 10-yard line, what were some of the takeaways about opportunities that you might have had and things?
Yeah, we had some opportunities. We just didn't make the plays. Give them credit for getting us stopped down there.
You said after the game that you were concerned a little bit with the offense. What maybe gives you hope that they can turn that around?
Because I've seen them do it, and I know they're capable of it.
You started the game with a delay of game on offense. What was wrong with the operation there?
Yeah, we just lost sight of the play clock there and the change of possession and got surprised by it. Shouldn't happen, but it did.
How do you jumpstart the team to get off to faster starts on offense and defense?
Yeah, we've obviously had that problem here the last couple of weeks offensively and yesterday defensively also. And we just have to start the game with a little bit more urgency and get into it quicker. A lot of things go into that. Guy gets beat, makes it look like everybody's lethargic, but they're not. But the fact is we've had it happen.
Pascal got beat for that sack in the second half, but how would you evaluate his play on Sunday?
I thought overall it was fine, especially coming back from the injury. He did get beat, but I thought overall his play was fine.
Has he had taken some time to settle back in after missing the time with the heart, or has he been pretty good settling back in?
Yeah, well, it was a knee that kept him out, too,
right.
the last time.
And then before that, so
yeah.
Just with all that, you think?
Yeah, he's had a choppy season here health-wise, and I'm sure it's affected him. But he's a pro, and if he's out there, he's capable of playing.
Talk about your thought on how you used Noah yesterday. It seemed like he was in on protection a little more.
Yeah, we chipped their outside pass rushers a little bit more than normal, and that's going to limit any tight end's role in the passing game when you choose that.
Coach, why was Vaughn on Claypool?
Yeah, we were in a zone there, and when you're in a zone, he could end up on anybody, really. And we just didn't play it well enough across the board.
What did you see watching this morning about your run defense, and how surprising was it that you guys were handled a little bit up front?
Yeah, we just didn't play, with enough oomph up front. Give them credit. They blocked us. They have a good back. That's part of the equation. And we're capable of playing it better than we did.
What do you say to fans? You say it's a 17-round fight. You look at this week and this game coming up and say that's got some added urgency now after the last 2 weeks, division game, et cetera, on down the line.
Yeah, every game is important, as you said. And obviously this one being the next one is critical for us. I know especially coming off 2 losses, we want to get back on the right track. The Raiders are in the same boat, and they'll be feeling the same way. But it's a big game for us to get back going in the right direction.
Vic, after the first quarter takeaway, you guys had a 4th and 2 from there, 21, down 7-0. Did you consider going for it on 4th there?
I did, but we hadn't been moving it very well up until that point, and I wanted to get some points.
If Ronald Darby's back this week, how does he fit into the secondary? Do you slide past his 10 back inside, or?
We'll figure that out as the week goes after we get some good looks here at Darbs, too. Hopefully the medical staff will allow him to practice more than they would last week.
Justin Simmons was saying yesterday that he can see the secondary's potential. They just haven't quite played up to it. Where do you see maybe the disconnect there?
We just have to play with better technique all the time. You just can't assume because you're such and such a player that you can fudge on your technique. And when you're going against good receivers and a good quarterback, he's going to expose you. And our technique has to be better across the board, and we have to do a better job of coaching them to play that technique.
So looking at that leverage call on Draymond, was that the correct call, and what's kind of your message, especially
Yeah, I don't think it was. He didn't leverage, to lift himself up. We've seen several shots of ones that were more leveraged than that weren't called, so we were surprised with that call.
When you look at the long third downs, because they were long again for the most part yesterday, is that a execution on their early downs? Are there ways to put yourselves in better position there to get more thirds and manageable, or what do you see from that on offense?
Oh, you mean offensively? Yeah. Yeah, obviously our first and second down offense has to be better, both in the run game and pass game. So we're not in so many third and longs. But when you do get in third and longs, you got to be able to convert some of them, okay? You can't get shut out. So twofold there. We got to throw it and run it better on the early downs, and we got to be able to convert some of the longer ones to keep drives going.
Along that same lane there, when you're not getting the job done on first and second down, your offensive coordinator takes some criticism. Pat has the last couple weeks. Where are you with Pat and the job he's done, and anything like you getting more involved with the offense?
Well, I've been involved, and we already met this morning, myself with the offensive staff, and we all just have to do a better job. We have to do a better job of coaching these players. We have to do a better job of playing. We're all in it together. I got no qualms with Pat other than, our results haven't been good enough, and we got to find a way to fix that.
When you have days like yesterday, do you worry about player faith in the staff and what's being called and that criticism that comes from outside?
Sure, anytime it's not going the way you'd like it to go, everybody's confidence level can be threatened. We can't let that happen. We've got to go execute the play to the best of our ability and make them work.
On their last touchdown over the middle, was Justin playing the corner on that play?
Yeah, we needed to get over with the other safety a lot faster than we did.
Did you feel like you came out with the necessary sense of urgency Sunday?
Pardon me?
Did you feel like you came out with the necessary sense of urgency Sunday, or matched Pittsburgh's urgency?
Well, I thought we were going to, but obviously we didn't. And obviously when you get beat on a 50-yard touchdown pass, that makes it sound like the whole squad's not urgent. We just got to play that play better, and maybe the question's not being asked. You know what I'm saying?
Coach, do you think Kyle Fuller's the same player now that he was when you were with him in 2018?
Yeah.
What do you think of Tim Patrick's fourth down conversion there in the day he had in general?
Yeah, that was a great play on his part, knowing where the sticks were and what we had to get. And he did a really good job on that. Tim's a battler. He's going to give you everything he's got. And he's a guy that we got to get involved in the offense.
I know it's still a ways away, but how is Jerry Judy's recovery coming?
Good. He's had the last 10 days to 2 weeks, he's made good progress. His return is not right around the corner, but it's getting closer.
What does Fuller need to do to bounce back from yesterday's game?
Just realize where, the mistakes that were made and correct his technique and give himself a better chance from a technique standpoint, which involves him doing that and us coaching him to do it better.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right,
Thanks, Vic.